Yo, what's happening, guys? Links here. Just want to tell you guys Happy New Year. Want to check in on you guys, see how you guys are doing, what you think about this 2025, where you at mentally, where you at, on your career, what you've been up to. Got to finish up this last little clip I did towards the end of the year. I'll be adding that in here shortly, but just getting more experience out there, just going out there, just seeing what people are dealing with, seeing their struggles and stuff in this crazy world. I mean, going around and seeing all the problems and let's get some new careers, let's get some new side hustles. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's be excited. So, as I dropped this clip in there, I was actually on my way down to go just go mingle and try to pitch a few things. But what I've been learning is as I go around and I meet people, and as I go through all my ups and downs, my personal stuff, my business struggles, or trying to raise kids, whatever is going on, and whatever life issues, just networking with people, seeing what their issues are and trying to help them and give them some advice or see their struggles, and kind of helps you be a little bit more thankful about what you're going through. And so what I've been learning this last year as I travel and meet people and stuff, so I learned that there's a lot of people on a lot of defense. We have a lot of, quite a bit, to be honest. This might sound a little messed up as me being a male, but I know it's a lot of as I meet a lot of females, it sounds like the majority of them are the main providers financially. And so not only they're doing that, they're doing wifely duties as well too. They're still doing the laundry, they're still cleaning up the house, still go grocery shopping, and they're still doing all these things, and they invest all this time into this safe bet, or this possible potential. And so then they blink, and 5 years, 7 years, 10 years down the line, their person's still in the same place. And speaking on a male's, like, it's kind of like you can't be in the same place like that long. You just can't. You got to do something. You got to keep it interesting. You got to keep, that woman that you're with, if she's getting down like that and actually providing for you and trying to help you do that, I mean, there's probably a lot of opportunity to kind of move up yourself a little bit, since a lot of these things are being taken care of. Now, as a person myself, I've always provided for the most part, always pay the majority of the bills. And so it's definitely hard, but repetition is repetition. At the end of the day, I don't want to get out of that funk. So as I go out there and meet people and entertain the idea of possibly having some type of romantic relationship or anything like that, a lot of times I find is that these women don't really know what to do with the type of person I am, like the type of caliber that I like to just do nice things. I like to just pay for the majority of things, just because, that's how I show my affection. That's how I mean, that's what I have to offer. That, and I don't always have money, but I sure in hell try to, make things happen. I'm gonna go out there and figure it out. I'm gonna go out there and get it. Whatever it is. At the end of the day, that's what I do, and that's what I know how to do. I know how to do things like that. I know how to provide. I know how to, bring stuff. I know how to help out a little bit around the house, but mainly I don't know how to do, just the maintenance, or, just trying to take care of things. I'm guilty myself. I really didn't do too much, house chores and stuff. So I got kids to chip in. We all chip in. I pick up a little bit for myself. I pick up a little bit after my person. But at the end of the day, you know, regardless about, my personal, anybody else's personal, is noticing that these women get scared. They don't know what to do when you're that type of person. They get nervous that you're going to try to control them, or keep them locked up at the house, or try to use it somehow against them. Like they're so stuck in being into the provider role, the masculine role, that it's not a safe decision for them. Mentally, it's not a safe decision, because it's a scary feeling to rely on someone like that. And so, there's people that want to do 50-50, want to pay half of all the bills. And we had this discussion before. That's great. Half the bills is great. I mean, kind of get excited, right? But my half isn't the same as your half. Your half is different than mine. I may make more. You may make more. So I don't need someone trying to get, out of pocket because they make more than me. 50-50, you know what I mean? So if I make less, then I better pick up the slack at the pad. You know what I mean? Start doing a little bit more, or try to contribute somewhere how I can contribute. How I think I contribute, or be taught how to contribute, or see the area that needs to be taken care of. But at the end of the day, communication.